I was just walking the stream through some of the systems in this game. How much do you know about this game?
I know 0. I think I know less about this than maybe any other Street Fighter game.
Nice. Well, hilariously enough, the series is called Street Fighter Zero in Japan because it's a prequel. So you're actually well positioned.
That, which actually explains why there are Z's everywhere.
Yes. So the deal is, this game is actually a pretty solid, like, kind of, I'd say, conventional Street Fighter. You throw the way that you're used to throwing in other Street Fighters, right? So it's close, heavy punch or kick, forward and away. You have air block in this game, so you can air block stuff. So projectiles are a little bit easier to deal with.
We're in anime land.
Yes, we're starting to get to anime land, right? You'll see.
Oh, what an awesome stage.
Oh yeah, it's so good. Yeah. They definitely kept the stages just looking beautiful.
Yeah, I was watching that intro earlier and I was like, oh, this is that beautiful golden age of Capcom.
Right?
Like, sprite tech.
Yeah.
Like,
oh
my god.
So the thing with supers is that you can do them at up to 3 levels of strength, depending on how much meter you have. And it's dependent on how many buttons you press for the super. So if you have a punch super, you press 1 button to do a level 1, 2 punches to do a level 3, and 2 punches to do a level 2, 3 punches to do a level 3.
Okay, gotcha.
The other thing is you can do an alpha counter in this game. So if you're blocking, you press while in block stun. It's kind of tricky. You do back to down, so it's like an inverse inverse fireball and a button. There you go. Costs 1 meter.
Okay, so I am familiar with not doing this ever,
right?
In Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
But I know that it's there.
Yeah, and then the third thing to keep in mind is custom combos. So when you have, I think you need 2 levels of meter, right? And then you press 2 punches and 1 kick at the same time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You just get really psychedelic.
Exactly. The way it works in this game is that every attack basically will cancel into every other attack while you're in a custom combo, and you're constantly moving forward, so you don't have to worry about pushback too much.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's the command again?
It's 2 punches and 1 kick. Try it out.
Okay, you just press it down. Oh wow, yeah, you really do move forward.
Yep, you sure do. Wow, Rose looking kind of salty there.
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
That's right.
That's the sound.
It sure is.
It's the actual sound this time. Oh wait.
Also, because the Alpha series was when they started pulling in Final Fight characters into Street Fighter. That's where we get Guy and Sodom and Relento, which was super cool for me back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
See, there's Hagar in the background, and Poison actually.
Look, there's the guy.
Yeah, there's a whole crew.
There's Poison. There's Poison right there.
Yep.
It's Mad Gear. Oh my god.
With graffiti in the background that says "kill you," because that's the kind of thing you put when you're a gang, just letting people know.
Just letting people know that we might kill you.
Hey, what up, graffiti? Damn, Guy is so cool.
Yeah, he's a ninja of some kind.
Yes, he sure is. Oh, there's Hugo as well, right over me, and Cody. Oh, that's right. Oh, so Jessica just slapped the shit out of Cody there, and I think that only happens if there's a woman fighter on this stage. Because she slapped him for checking out Chun-Li. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that's Abigail in the middle. I don't know all the Andore family, but he's wearing the white tank top, so I'll assume it's Abigail.
Wow, Chun-Li's got a walk and a half.
She's real fast with the walk-in. Woo! Oh, I forgot. Guy's got the wall jump too.
Oh, I think I have that as well. I was playing around with it. Yep.
Chun's is the first wall jump. Woo! I don't think that's Duck King, but there is a character like Duck King in Final Fight, right? Duck King is the SNK character, or the Fatal Fury character.
Or yeah, Duck. What an incredible name,
Yeah.
Duck King. Oh my god.
Oh.
What's your history with this game?
So I actually didn't play that much Alpha 2 when it was out, because it came out when I wasn't really playing fighting games. Which, surprise, there was a period of my life where I wasn't really playing fighting games. 2P, thank you, Doom. So with me, this game was always one that I'd seen in like magazines and stuff, but never really picked up.
Yeah.
And when I got, so Alpha 3 was actually one of the games that got me back into fighting games.
Oh shit.
Whew. Didn't do that much damage, unfortunately. And so.
Yeah, they know.
Oh. This game, oh nice. This game I actually came back and played a little bit later, as just like on emulators and stuff, but I haven't actually played against people in this game that often. So this is kind of new for me too.
Yeah. And okay, tell me, what's the T between Alpha 2 and Alpha 3? Because I hear them, they're maybe the only fighting game I've ever like heard where two sequential games are considered pretty much completely different.
Yeah, you'll see once we get to Alpha 3, right? Like,
okay,
this game is very much I'd say it's a familiar Street Fighter game, right? Like, yeah, there's some new systems. The supers are pretty cool. You know, you've got multiple levels. You've got the custom combo. This is where Street Fighter starts getting a little bit more complicated.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of fundamentally recognizable as a Street Fighter game. Like, you know, this doesn't feel that different from ST, right?
Right.
You can see some of the like kind of modern concessions, right? Like Nash has an overhead, right? Like that right there. Ryu was the only person I think with a standing overhead in Super Turbo.
Wait, we don't have dashes or movement, do we?
Nope.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, maybe that's why Chun-Li's walk speed is so fast.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Ah! Sonic Boom. Yeah. So in this game, what's up? You like how there's just that giant like fighter plane kind of hovering there in the background menacingly? Yeah.
I feel like I'm in.
So yeah, a lot of the systems and a lot of the way this game works, it feels like they're kind of building on the foundation of Street Fighter, like in a pretty recognizable way, right? You got new characters, everyone looks pretty and different, whatever. But a lot of the core concepts are pretty much the same. And
yeah,
when it comes to the people who play this game, like a lot of times the people who play this game are overlap heavily with like ST players or something like that, because it is a sufficiently similar like just core skill set, right? Woo. And I guess in a lot of ways, like, I guess one way you could think of it is how do I put this? Hey, oh no!
Shit.
A lot of Street Fighter games, like Street Fighter games, were kind of consistently additive, right? So Hyper Fighting has more stuff in it than 2, and Super has more stuff in it than Hyper Fighting, and Super Turbo has more stuff in it, right? And then Alpha and Alpha 2, they keep on adding stuff. And in Alpha 3, they weren't able to add it all. So they start fragmenting the changes a little bit, and that's where you get the ism system. So this kind of represents like one of the last like classic Street Fighters before you start getting a little bit weird.
So people think of this as like more.
It is closer to like good old Street Fighter. Yeah. Honestly, like, except for some jank around how custom combos in this work, like when you hear people talking about like, oh, that was a good Street Fighter, that is an honest Street Fighter. Like Alpha 2 is in many ways closer to honest Street Fighter than any modern Street Fighter.
Whoa.
Woo. Oh, keep stuffing my fucking flash kick, really?
I noticed that. I was like, damn. I picked Chun-Li because that is the one thing that I know about Street Fighter, is that you should pick Chun-Li.
She's real good.
Iori of this.
She's
game,
the Iori. I like that, actually. That is remarkable.
Yeah, I think Iori and Chun-Li actually have, well, maybe, I don't know if they have a lot in common moveset-wise. I'll try Sakura. This is her first game.
Yeah. She's so cool.
But,
I love Sakura.
Yeah, she's very cute. Like, I love how it's very charmingly anime. They did a really good job of capturing it in how this looks. Whoop. I'm never gonna get used to how many buttons Street Fighter expects you to press. So superfluous. Sorry to people who probably have better. Oh my god.
I mean, that's a real thing, right? Like, they started with that, and so they're kind of able to keep on doing it. But most other games don't have you use 6 buttons.
It's pretty much the only one.
Yeah. Also, Sakura has a cool thing in this game. I think she's got it in a couple games where if you throw her fireball but you mash the punch button, she'll charge it up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And so you can actually use that to fake people out because it works as an anti-air, right? Like if people jumped over on the original fireball, then...
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, cute. I love that that her backyard is a stage too, and her younger brother is back there probably playing Street Fighter.
Wow, it's really, I will say that it is, being able to block an air is a very wild thing for a Street Fighter.
Right.
Because it's making, like, I'll be doing like, Street Fighter things I've done 10 million times before, and then I'll be able to do a jump in that just shouldn't have worked.
Yeah. And you can imagine how probably how classic Street Fighter players felt about that, right? They're like, wait a minute, we just spent our entire fighting game career, we spent years training to not jump, and now you can just do it. Like,
yeah, it's so interesting because it's a little bit like, oh my god, when do I get to stop that?
I'm just waiting until you have something to say, and then I'm hitting you with a custom combo.
What is that? That is dirty.
Hey.
Oh.
What? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Yeah. They don't give you no chip kills until Street Fighter 5, Aevee. You gotta wait 20 years for that shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Though. Yeah, chat is pointing out that you have different round icons that show how you won, and if you win with chip damage, they give you a big wedge of cheese.
Ah, like it's very cheesy.
Yes.
That's pretty cute. I definitely let me tell you what I'm doing is I gotta be real with you that I'm 100% trying to faultless defense all of those fireballs. Like keep on like I'm like, oh, what am I holding two
Good.
buttons for? Oh, okay. So I watched a video where Justin won, or I watched a video by some guy who does like fighting game like theory stuff or whatever. I think he was called Theory Fighter or something. He's not British, like a lot of guys on YouTube do. But he was talking about like why this character is really busted.
Yep.
And that she is kind of like the Viking of this game.
It starts with her crouch strong. Crouch strong is where the magic begins. Sorry, medium punch. Crouching medium punch.
This one?
Yeah. It's really good. It has good range, really good recovery, and I think it ends up beating or trading with most things just in general.
Hey. Does she have a charge fireball?
I think it's a half circle forward.
Okay. They really like half circle fireballs in this game, because Chun-Li had one too.
I mean, yeah, when you're designing things for arcade first, right? And like all of Capcom's fighting games were arcade first, at least in terms of like priorities. Probably until Street Fighter V, actually. Half circles are no big deal, right? The difference on a stick between a half circle and a quarter circle is pretty minimal.
Right, yeah.
Sonic Boom. Oh.
That was not the case on the PlayStation 2 controller, which is how I remember trying to play Guilty Gear.
Rose also has a fireball reflector. I think, is it maybe try core circle back in a punch or kick? Or it might be a DP input. Yeah, that one.
I think that.
I think yeah. So based on which one you can do, you can either reflect it or you can absorb it from meter. Yeah.
Oh, huh.
What up, Kango?
Oh, she's got that. Whoa, that's cool.
Give me that soul groove.
Jeez, you can confirm it from that overhead?
I mean, everything is cancelable in custom combos, so.
Damn, that's
you got
really
protecting
dirty.
neck. Oh, what? It didn't knock you down? Oh my god.
Did I punish that on a hit? That's fucking wild.
that was actually a notorious problem in the original in Street Fighter 2 World Warrior. Was a lot of the the Shoto DPs wouldn't often knock down on standing opponents, so they'd get hit, but like it wasn't that big deal, and sometimes it would actually mess you up. Nope. Woo!
Oh wow.
You should have done your custom combo.
Oh yeah, you're right. Cause that does chip, doesn't it?
I think it does some.
A little bit.
It was one of the cool things about the Alpha series also is that Guile isn't really in it for most of the games, right? Instead, you get Nash or Charlie, and one of the cool things about Charlie is he's basically got the same moveset, right, or similar moveset, but he makes it all look easier.
Yeah, I think he's way cooler than Guile.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Right. It's like. And so you see it in his animals where like he does the Sonic Boom, but he only does it with one arm.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's kind of cool.
Sonic Boom. Oh, footsies. Ooh. The slugfest. Oh. Oh my god. Ow. Hmm. Oh. I got played by hit stop. Yeah. So one of the other wild things about this game is when you beat the game with Charlie, he dies. Like in his ending, he beats Bison and he calls in like his air support or whatever, and it turns out that Bison like paid them off. They're secretly double agents for Shadow Loop.
Shit.
And so you just see the dude who you just beat the game with get eat like Gatling gun shots to the chest, and just he dies. He falls off the waterfall and dies, right? Which is why he shows up in Street Fighter V as like a weird zombie version.
I do like dying in your own ending is pretty cool.
I mean, look, that's like the coolest shit, right?
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
Because
I
like,
gotta be honest.
if you're not a main character, right? Like if your fate is to be a side character, right? Like you want to leave an impression, and like, how do you leave a stronger impression than being so cool and then dying, right?
Yeah.
Live fast, die young, leave a beautiful corpse.
Right. So it's almost like.
Oh. Woo. Mm. Oh my god, nice.
Oh shit.
Oh. Nice. Hey!
Oh.
She learns quick.
That
was a good win pose laugh. All right. Who else we got? Who's kind of weird in this game?
We've got some really interesting characters in this one.
Yeah. I'll try Gen. Gen is cool.
Yeah,
He's got the coolest stage.
I know.
Look at the puddles, right? When you're standing in the water.
Oh damn, yeah.
You got reflections, you got little puddles,
That's
like
great.
you got these beams of light. It's so cool.
Yeah, we got like God rays. Wow,
Yeah.
we got everything happening in here. In this like really shitty looking alley.
Yeah. I like, like not all streets that you fight in are like packed and bustling and with audience. Sometimes right, and like Gen's deal is that I think he's like terminally ill or something. Like he's trying to die. So this
We
kind
are
of fits
actually
him.
fighting in streets.
Yeah.
I just kind of realized. You don't always like you play some fighting games. You don't always fight in streets.
No. Yeah. Gen is also a stance character. I have no idea how his stances work.
God. Right, I know that's the only thing I know about Gen. Which is wild that they decided to animate a stance character.
Yeah, right?
I still think about that to this day, because oh god. Somebody was like, it'll be easy.
Oh, that's...
that's how that happened.
Ooh.
Someone was like, no, we'll figure out, like, we got some in-between frames, and oh my god.
Yeah, you can't turn around like that.
Wow, that's a flaw in the master plan.
Woo. No! Aw, damn it.
Oh shit.
You're about to get hit by the coolest super. Oh. Also, I think Gen is Yin and Yang's like grandfather or something. From Third Strike.
Oh, I guess he's got a little bit of. He's got a similar stance and like sleeves and stuff. Oh, that's my overhead. I see.
Oh.
Okay. I did that on.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Gen is like Akuma's rival in the lore, kind of. That they are foils. There you go.
Let's try out Akuma, man.
Akuma stage, super cool. He's like really into candles and shit.
He's really into candles. Hey, come on. Come on, hang out. Like, we got big Buddhist statues and candles. You love candles, right? Oh my god.
Also, I guess there's this cave. It has a lake, right? Like
A lake?
if you look at the floor
Oh yeah, you're right.
in the foreground, yeah, that's right. Akuma's in a bath and body works. So Graffiti Goken is Akuma's foil in Street Fighter 4. But for the entirety of the Street Fighter series until 4, everyone had thought that Goken was dead. And yeah, Goki is Akuma's name in Japan.
It's always funny when they decide to replace one Japanese word with another. Oh my god.
Footsies. Woo! Get
Oh
him.
shit.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Ah, what?
Hey. Ooh. Yeah, the best part about the Goken stuff was that you know, the thing was that Akuma had like killed Ken and Ryu's master, right? And that's why they were like they had to fight him. And then in Street Fighter 4, you're like Goken's story just starts with him like waking up in a forest, like he's like some not Rumpelstiltskin. Who am I thinking of? But he's just like this dude, Rip Van Winkle. Like this dude just woke up from a 20-year nap and was like, oh shit, I wonder what Ryu and Ken are up to.
Like, I miss those guys. Oh shit.
Oh. Hmm. Yes, Akuma can Raging Demon in this game. He can Raging Demon in all the games. He had that shit in ST. Woo! Oh, that sucks. I did it. Oh wow.
Ah!
Nice.
Ah! Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with actually doing a Raging Demon. I think I remember I have a memory of trying to do a Raging Demon input, because I was playing Darkstalkers.
Right. And that's just like one of the supers
like,
for characters in that game, yeah.
Yeah, there's like
I think Morgan has it, right?
Morgan has it. Morgan and Lilith have them. Lilith is crazy because people in high level people use Lilith as a air dash, basically.
Oh shit. That's wild.
Yeah, because she can do it in air, and she can follow up, like, you know, you can just, because of it's a command super, she can kind of like follow it into a bunch of other stuff. Anyways. Oh shit.
Woo! Oh nice. Almost.
Ah shit.
Oh fuck!
God.
Too much. Ah. Nice.
Ah, woo! So yeah, people will actually like they'll do their like combo and then they'll like chase people. They won't even like try to be hitting with it so much as chase people down with it. Which I think is wild. That's very much like
that sounds like Darkstalkers.
High level VSAP things. Because that's a game that's kind of like it's a pseudo air dasher where like the only characters that are really like viable are ones that have an air dash or a hop or some way to fake it. Oh my god.
Woo! There you go. Now you're playing fighting games. Tiger? Jagger? Wait, is he saying tiger in this game? Or does he have the Jaguars thing on?
Yeah.
I think he's saying Jagger.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because this guy is like Sagat's shitty. God, he looks so much like that guy from. He looks like an SNK fellow. Ah.
Oh, like Joe Higashi? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
mean,
because he's got the same stance.
And yeah,
But
they're both much more like. They look very much like Muay Thai boxers, right? They're in a very traditional form, where Sagat kind of just looks like a big dude who's kickboxing.
Right. Yeah. Let's try Michael. Oh, let's do the matchup. Sagat is huge.
Yeah, he also like all the characters. Well, especially Sagat and Bison gained like fucking like 90 pounds, right? Sagat in Super Turbo or in SF2 is like skinny. Like he actually looks like a Thai kickboxer.
Yeah, they're very like anime-ified. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm taking a lot of damage. Wow, this guy's slow. Oh my god.
Oh, nice. Woo. Oh, wow. The psychic DP. And again.
Whoa, holy shit.
Whatever. Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh. Nice.
Oh my god. Ah.
That was cool. Adon's really cool. I used to play some Adon in Street Fighter 4 for a bit. I picked him mostly because he has an alternate costume where he's wearing a rash guard and MMA gloves. And that's the first time I'd ever seen MMA stuff in a fighting game. I was like, oh shit, I gotta do that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I remember like.
Yep.
I played a bit of Street Fighter 4. That's probably the Street Fighter I played the most. I played it, but I played it almost entirely just with one of my homies.
All right. Have you ever played Rolento before?
No.
He's kind of wacky. So try do a Dragon Punch input with kick. And then press kick again once you're in the air.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's a two-part air fireball that he throws it at different angles depending on the strength of the kick. He's got a lot of command movement stuff. You can try core circle back and kick, I think it is.
Oh, he's got a...
He's got
back roll? He's got...
He's super fun.
Yeah.
I play him in CVS2 every now and then. And a lot. He translates over pretty cleanly into this game as well. Woo. Oh god. Oh.
Oh my god.
Hey. Oh, nice. Woo. Chaka me.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's saying tiger
Yeah.
me.
Woo. Oh.
Yeah, he's pretty wacky.
Yeah. I remember being really impressed by the stage with the vertical scrolling too. Just like I'd not seen that in a fighting game before, and it looks cool as hell.
Wow, he's got. Whoa, that's wild.
Right?
Multi-hitting.
Yeah, like multi-hitting moves like that just feel cool, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do actually, if you do, so the core circle forward punch, it's called Patriot Circle. It's actually a Rekka, so if you mash it out, you'll get a whole bunch of them. Just try it out. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Watcha. It looks so cool. Woo. Oh, nice. Ooh. Oh, nice.
Woo! Oh my god.
Yep. He's got the homies.
Where are those guys?
Alright, I'm gonna pick Relento real quick because he's fun as hell.
It's great to watch them just kind of like Spider-Man into the stage.
Right? Oh, that's right. He's got a super jump in this game. You can press down, up, and he goes.
Oh,
a little
really?
further. Yeah. Oh, nice. Woo! The chip damage too real.
Yeah, I got the big cheese. What? He just... I like this guy. This guy is violating the Geneva Conventions in a very real way, I feel.
Oh. Oh, damn it. Ah, no. Woo. Yo.
Whoa. Mission complete. Whoa, okay.
Oh no! Ah, I missed again. I think Relento's probably the first fight like Street Fighter character where I saw him like he's brutal.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
And he's got the dude second from the right who just shows up a little bit late sometimes.
What a wild guy.
Yeah. All right, let's get one more game in for Alpha 2 and then we'll switch over to Alpha 3.
Yeah. Sounds good. What do I want to try out? I'll do Chudley.
Nah.
We could. That'll probably be the most serious I can do.
Oh. Oh, nice. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh. I'm out.
Gosh.
So, you can't block in custom combo mode.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Oh. Woo! Damn, you caught me jumping away. Nice.
I knew it.
Watch out. All right, later, Graffiti Bandit. Thanks for coming through. Ow. All right. Woo. Oh no!
Oh my god! Oh no! Ah, I saw it coming.
You did. You did see it.
So mad.
Get real, Aevee. Skill and strength determine the winner.
Mad.
All right. So that was Alpha 2, and Alpha 2 is super cool. And like the reason why I mention all the stuff about how it's like it's pretty much like a recognizable Street Fighter game. Let's get into Alpha 3 a little bit, and you can see why I keep on talking about it.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So you can see the fight presentation or the dressing in this game very different. Got a bigger character cast. Cody from Final Fight is now 200 pounds heavier and also in prison gear. We got Karen Kanzuki in here. We also have 3 isms. You have X, A, and V, right? X is themed after Street Fighter 2 or Super Turbo, basically. So you get a super meter that just has 1 bar for a powerful super. They can't air block, and you do more damage. Aism is closer to Alpha 2, so we have the level 3 bar here, but there's no custom combos because all of that is in Vism.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you remember the groove system from CVS, this is kind of like Alpha 3 is in many ways the predecessor to CVS in that way, right? Where you can think of different ways, different collections of systems on a character. There's another change, and that's that throws are now done with buttons instead of directions.
Oh, okay.
So you press medium punch and heavy punch, and if you're close, you'll get it, and if not, you'll have a throw whiff, which we didn't really see really in Street Fighter up until then. Oh fuck. There's also a neat system here.
I do love this UI a lot.
Yeah, right? It's like it's got some like charisma to it. The announcer is awesome. Oh fuck. So you see that how you got counter hit there from the fierce punch and it popped you in the air?
Oh yeah, I was actually gonna say, like, so I saw some counter hits going on. That is the counter hit new to this one?
So counter, I don't think
Alpha
counter hit's
2?
new to this game, but what it does is you can get popped up in the air and then you can get juggled, which is unusual for a Street Fighter game. And this game actually has air tech in it. It's a little bit more limited than Guilty Gears, but you can air recover, and then you're back and you're hittable. You can also air block, of course. But this was the first game that I ever saw air tech in.
Interesting. So what is, like, okay. So we've got these 3 different isms.
Yeah.
I'll be real. The X-ism sounds bad. Is it?
It's, I mean, it's I think in general, Vism is the best in this game for multiple reasons. This game kind of did not have a great competitive life for, actually because of the air tech system. There's some shit that,
really?
Yeah. So I'll get into that in a sec. Basically, for most characters, Vism is the best. The utility that you get from supers is hard to match with just being able to press 2 buttons to do a long combo that does a shit ton of damage without having to do a special input up front. See that right there, like that was an air juggle that I got from a counter hit, and there are certain situations where I'll be able to pop you up in the air, and if I go to idle, right, like if I'm not already in a string, then you can air tech. And that's a different way to handle air tech than most games did afterwards, for a big reason, which is you can do a thing in this game called a crouch cancel infinite, which is basically where you get someone in a juggleable state, normally in the corner, and then where you would normally go to idle, before you go to idle, you press down to crouch and avoid the idle state, which is what would normally let them tech. But because you crouch and then you go straight to a jump and then you do some other shit, the tech window never happens, and so you can actually just keep on juggling people indefinitely.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
That does sound a little busted.
Yeah, and so like at high levels, a lot of this game can boil down to like, oh shit, who has the better crouch cancel infinite setups and execution and stuff. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, so the other thing.
That's too bad.
Yeah. The other thing is that the custom combo system in this game is very different. So instead of the custom combos from Alpha 2, they have a system called variable combo, where it's not about cancel ability, though you do get the juggle ability, but my shadows actually attack at a delay. So check this out.
Wow. Wow. Oh yeah, so you're doing double Hadoken.
Yeah. And based on the buttons that I use to input the start for the variable combo, the shadows actually follow at different distances.
Oh wow.
So you have 3 different versions of your variable combo initiation, which is kind of cool.
We got a guard crush meter as well.
Yep.
But... cheap.
See, it's calling me cheap. What the fuck? Oh yeah, one of the other notable things about Alpha 3, which is probably I think a huge contributor to the whole crouch cancel infinite problem. I don't know if you noticed, but you start with 3 levels of meter.
Oh yeah. Whoa, wait. I didn't realize that I've been looking. But that's wild.
Yeah.
Wait, why would they start you with meter? That's pretty interesting.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah, so you could have juggled me there because you counter hit me in the air, and I air teched there.
Oh.
So Alpha 3 was actually the game that kind of got me back into fighting games, and it did so because I never owned a PlayStation 1, but I had Connectix, the utility developer for mostly Mac back then, had made a commercial PlayStation 1 emulator called Virtual Game Station.
Whoa, huh?
Yeah. You could buy it like boxed on a CD and everything, and so I pirated it.
Whoa.
Because I wasn't trying to buy shit in high school.
Yeah.
And then I went to Blockbuster because I had asked for a CD-ROM burner for my birthday. And I went to Blockbuster and I rented some PlayStation games so I could burn them. And Alpha 3 was like, I was like, oh, I haven't played a Street Fighter in a game in a while. I bet they're super cool now. And so I played Alpha 3 and it was pretty cool. But it had this mode called World Tour, where it just gave you a bunch of like, it's kind of like Soul Calibur, like Weapon Master or something, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just about like you travel, you fly around the map and take different like themed fights, like oh this character can only be hurt by whatever, right? And you unlock upgrades.
Oh yeah.
So you can get like chain combos. You can get like I automatically fill up my meter over time. You do more damage.
Mm-hmm.
You can cancel specials into supers, that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, this shit's super fun. And that kind of got me back into fighting games because like a week or two after playing Alpha 3 at home, like I spent the whole weekend just playing Alpha 2 or Alpha 3 at home. And then I went to school and I was messing around with like, I think it was with Gundam Wing. On an emulator in one of the school PCs, and this dude came up to me. He was like, "Oh shit, you play fighting games?" I was like, "I mean, yeah, kind of, I guess." And then the next day, he brought his Dreamcast and a stick and a controller. Hooked him up to like the science room projectors, and we played Alpha 3, and he fucking kicked my ass. and like we are still very good friends to this day. We still play.
Fun. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
We played CVS2 at my wedding party with Irene.
Oh, that story is so sweet that I died. No, that's really sweet. I love that story.
Fighting games, something so great.
I have lots of memories of playing so it was specifically Guilty Gear for me in high school. Because we had I guess I just had a PS2 and I feel like I saw it in like a magazine somewhere and I was like, damn, that seems cool. Like all of the characters are so wild. I've never seen anything like this and I didn't and so we just played it and it's funny how a lot of my memories of my early fighting game memories are just the whole game was trying to do a special move one time to see what it was. That was really a lot of the game.
Yep.
And I was because nobody but me had Guilty Gear. Although I got a lot of the boys at my school obsessed with playing that game, and they got super into the music. They were a couple of guys who I was like close friends with, and they had like the standard shitty chain band, and I can't fault this defense. Jeez. Red, like a book. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Very satisfying. See, I feel like I haven't seen, at least in the games that we have been playing so far, I have not seen a counter hit thing like that before.
Yeah. No, I mean, because they haven't been doing that, right?
Right.
Like, deciding what happens when someone gets hit in the air is actually a pretty kind of foundational aspect of fighting games, right? Street Fighter generally will say, hey, if you got hit in the air, you get to flip out, right? And you can't be hit on the way down. But sometimes, like certain states, right? Like in Super Turbo, it's on, you can see it on Ryu's jump medium punch, where he does the 2-hit uppercut. And that gives you an air knockdown where you can actually continue to juggle after that. You can hit him with super, you can hit him with a couple other things. But largely, like, I think most like that tends to be the kind of the traditional model. And so that's what you see, like KOF kind of mostly abides by the same rules, right? Anime games, Smash, right? That kind of stuff. In order to get air combos, you often can't let that air flip happen, right?
Right.
So you need to give, if you want air combos, like you need to put them in a state where they can continue to be hit, right? Which is where you get like juggles and shit from. But then in order to not have like air juggle infinites, you need to give them something to do where they can move, after being hit in the air, and that's kind of where air tech comes from. And in general, games that have more air movement, you need that kind of air tech to create like air neutral, right?
Right. Because otherwise, yeah, it that makes a lot of sense to me. It's like, well, for one thing, you can't penalize being in the air that severely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or you have to make it so that it's this super tight thing.
Yeah.
Rather than like giving you like 100 million years to confirm.
And that's one of the reasons why when we first saw Strive and they didn't have air tech, I was like, uh-oh. Because without air tech, it's very hard to have satisfying air combos and air-to-air play in general. And the funny thing was they got rid of air tech except in corner situations, like when you're wall splat. After a while, you can actually air tech out. At least in the Strive beta. We don't know how it is now.
Shit. Yeah, that's super interesting. I'll try it this time.
So in one of his isms, I think...
Forgetting to try another ism.
Yeah, I think he has a dash. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does. Wow. Finally we got a character with a dash. Wild.
Woo.
Oh wow, he's got that back fist just like Guile.
Sure does. Oh. Oh.
Oh god.
Nice. I just realized, so if we're covering Alpha 2 and Alpha 3, Like, we want to do VSAV after this, right? But we should probably play Third Strike.
Oh yeah, we probably should, I guess.
Because Third Strike is about as wild as Street Fighter gets, I think. Oh. Oh, nice. Woo! Oh, nice. Oh.
Whew.
Oh.
Ugh. Whoa. Damn, that does a lot of damage.
Yup.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice. Oh. Yeah, figuring out the buttons. Oh shit. Oh, let's go.
Oh shit.
Hey. Oh fuck. Trying to figure out our supers, but it didn't matter. Good stuff.
I was like, shit, I'm sitting on so much
Fighting
meter.
skill
Whoa,
depends
look
on
at
one's
that.
ability to anticipate visually. Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, God, and that lettuce in perspective drawing.
Yeah.
You can feel the artist like being like, we really found our groove here.
Yeah.
They're kind of like showing off with these big, like splash images.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, we got Cody. Aevee Bees and Cody. So this is the first time I think that anyone had seen Cody like not the like, you know, straight laced like kind of protagonist character that we're used to in the Final Fight games. Now he's like throwing rocks and shit.
yeah, he fights super dirty. I love it.
He's got the Final Fight knife. It's on the floor over there. Oh, fuck. I don't know how to pick it up though. Down in 3 punches? Alright, I'll try it. Ah, there we go. Oh. Damn, you're not gonna let me stab you? What the fuck?
I'm not gonna let you stab. You can stab me next round.
Alright. Hey. Whoa.
Whoa, you have the side swipe? How did you?
Yeah, he's dodging
like
a lot of projectiles.
dodge.
Like, see that? Yeah. Look at that. I'm just holding down back.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, so Freon in chat is asking, isn't Cody the strongest character in the Street Fighter lore after Oro? There is, I think, a specific win quote in, I want to say in Street Fighter 4 that leads people to think that. We know that he fights just because he wants to fight, like he's bored. And so yeah, I think the implication is he could be very strong, but Street Fighter power levels are very hard to understand.
He is the mayor in 5.
Yes,
I know that.
He turned it around. It was really admirable what he did.
It's a really beautiful story that he's like, you know, he was this hero.
Yeah.
And then he went to jail. He went to jail for 2 whole games. And now he's the mayor.
Yeah. Let's see. That's right. Honda's in this game.
It's fun to actually play. Like, we haven't done this yet.
Mm-hmm.
So like playing 2 sequential games, like you kind of forget about the earlier version.
Yeah.
Like I have no idea what second impact or the first offense of
first
Street Fighter
offense.
3. Or whatever the fuck it's called.
They didn't call it first anything. You're not gonna. It was just called New Challengers. All right, no, it wasn't New Challengers. It was Next Generation. It was Next Generation. Yeah. First offense.
The first.
That's right. Third strike. You're just locked up in here for life.
This is the 3 strikes policy.
Yeah. Street Fighter 3. You stole a candy bar.
You're in jail.
Dos guy. Dos guy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This motherfucker does a lot of damage.
I haven't really played much new generation, but
Oh my god.
Second Impact is pretty cool.
Shit.
And especially like I mostly like playing it for the backgrounds. Actually, there's some really cool backgrounds in those games that didn't make it to Third Strike.
Yeah, that's really too bad. It's like, it's interesting because yeah, that was this is the era of games where they were, for whatever reason, fairly happy. It seems to just like throw out a bunch of stuff. I mean, you know, you wanted it to feel like people were buying a whole new game, so I kind of understand doing that.
And remember, it wasn't just people buying a whole new game. Like arcade boards were the main, the main like sold product, I guess, right? So you're asking people, you're asking arcade vendors to spend like thousands of dollars on this shit sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta like get like Dale's fucking bowling to pony up for another like $1,000.
Yeah. And especially if it's an arcade that is expected to have multiple boards of a game, like you gotta make that shit worthwhile.
Oh my god. Jeez. The damage.
Big boy.
He's got big boy damage. My soul spark does like nothing.
I also love like the stages and the music and like the UI stuff all just set this really awesome mood, right? Like this is the first fighting game where it felt like fighting, or at least like the fighting was presented kind of chill, you know?
Oh wait, how do you do V'ism in this game?
Oh, sorry. It's same strength, punch, and kick.
Oh, okay.
And so if you do it with light punch and light kick, the shadows follow after you really quickly. If you do heavy, then there's a bigger delay. And so most V'ism combos are like, oh, you have to do it with this speed of initiation.
Wow, that's super wild.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, let me restart it. Ehan is really boring. Wait, is there?
Oh yeah, word.
How do I do this? Is it F3? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, this is Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Yeah. Or actually, don't put any quarters or press start in yet. The intro, the like attract mode intro is actually pretty cool.
Bored to fight. Yeah, it's like you can kind of see how this like followed after Darkstalkers, because it's just got like it's got like a lot of their like that great animation.
It's got so much more style.
Yeah, tons of style. The Street Fighter 2 intro is really nice too, though.
Yeah. All right.
but it's really like in your face with this UI, which like I feel you see a lot of in their like Dreamcast era fighting games.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's probably a good way to put it. Like, if you think about what characterized a lot of the subsequent generations of Capcom fighting games here, it's like jazzy soundtrack. Oh, we got the wrestling intro. You got a jazzy soundtrack and like some often some pretty loud or like opinionated UI elements. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. It's like really flashy. It's really trying to like sell all over your face.
I have no idea how to play Mika in this game. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh.
I know that she can do that. I don't know shit about it, thank you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I'm sure it's like supposed to do something, but I just like seeing her run back and forth. Also, the stage is awesome.
Yeah, I love this beach. Whoa, what? Oh my god. What? Oh my god. Oof. He really wants to do this weird hop move.
Oh, I saw that SPD come out.
I don't really do it. I don't know jack about Street Fighter grapplers.
Yeah.
Grapplers and throwing in general, I think, are a pretty big weakness I've got.
One of these days we'll find you a grappler to learn.
That would be nice, because like I'm having
Irene said you can learn Jam.
I can learn Jam, God. Well, I gotta like learn. I'm trying to learn to do a Tick Pro game with our good friend Kai Kisuke. But I kind of have like whoop.
That was cool.
I almost have like a worse of both worlds thing, because like I play a lot of Street Fighter 4, so I'm kind of not used to the old school throw. And
but
yet
Alpha 3's is like in the weird middle between the two.
it's a weird sort of like, oh my god, I wasn't expecting that.
Akuma's like, yo, air throw me again, girl. Oh, nice. Huh.
Sometimes I love to just strike a pose and vibrate. Maybe Akuma is just vibing. Have anyone ever considered that?
I mean, I saw that. I was like, bro, have you eaten enough fiber? Like, you staying regular there, homie?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Woo!
Here comes our new challenger.
Challenger.
Let's see. I'll try Birdie. I actually haven't played Birdie in this game, really.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about this guy, because he wasn't even He wasn't in anything until 5.
Yeah. They definitely made him goofier in 5. They like
Really
they
scary.
play. I mean, they made him fat is the other thing, right? And so then they open up a bunch of the like comedic, you know, like
Yeah.
fat people want to eat all the time shit.
Right.
And throwing trash at you. Like in this game, he's clearly supposed to be more dangerous, you know?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, he's like a little like silly, but he's also like, he looks like he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
To your face. Whoop. Ah, jeez.
Yeah, gutter out. Do I need to go over there?
Ooh. It all depends on your skill.
Oh, nice. Ooh. Aw. Hmm.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. Bloop. There we go.
Fuck. Oh,
Hmm.
damn! Alright, let's delete it.
Oh, God.
You would think that the double quarter circle forward super would be a fireball super, but
Not with the Kuma. Nah, he has a fireball super, but I think it's like double half circle back.
wow, they're really Birdie and Charlie have real like
Dynamic posing.
they're really like they're super leaning into like what they can do with perspective. Alright, I'm gonna try. Yeah, let's try it out.
Oh yeah, I'll edit the thing so it says we're playing Alpha 3 now.
Wait, what happened to my costume?
Oh, because you picked Xism, she has the old outfit.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
What do you suppose her super is?
I think it'd be charge back and then forward back forward kick.
Oh my god. Alright. I am not doing that.
I like imagining that it's somehow like beneath you to do a charge super.
It's like, wow, cool input. I shan't be doing that.
In 2021? Are you kidding me?
It's 2021. It's the year of our Lord. Current year. And you're asking me to do a boomer input? I'm
having a really good time imagining you as like the basically like a Karen, but you expect me to pay 50 cents and then hold back for 2 seconds?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay. Excuse me, I'd like to speak with the game designer. You're really expecting a woman of my stature to do a charge input super. Yeah, it's the pretzel emotions are kind of funny. This is the thing. That's the thing that I remember about Guilty Gear, because like I remember.
Oh, Bond is now welded. Yeah.
I had to like. I actually got like a kind of experience of like seeing how much they changed Eno, because like I remember trying to do her moves back in the day, and I was like, wow, this is really hard to do. If I had like the slightest clue of like what people actually were doing to play that character, I would probably freak out. But I probably would have like been able to understand a single thing about Milia. Milia is one of those characters that I really think I thought about a lot in retrospect, because she made, on paper, when you get that game with no context and like rent it from Blockbuster or whatever, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Milia doesn't make any sense. Oh shit.
Yeah, you're like, what do I do with the hoop and she's got this weird ball thing, I guess, and I don't know about the other moves.
Yeah, tandem top just like literally is totally incomprehensible.
Yeah, it looks like the worst thing ever.
Right, it looks like just a very strange like attack that should probably be like a normal move or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, it's just like, wow, this just is like some weird extended hurt box, or hitbox. But there's no like, but when you see it put together, then you're like, oh, whoa, I actually understand like what this character's like is before people ever.
Milia's a weird one because she feels like I see this with like MOBA characters, right? Because MOBA characters are also like often about combos, but in a much more discrete sense, because they've got fewer abilities, right? And so you'll look at these individual abilities, and if you haven't really played a MOBA, you're like, what the fuck is the point of this, right? Like, what does this move do? What is this? Why do I have this move? Why are these cool things for a character to have? And then you see someone put them all together, and you're like, oh, okay, that's how this shit works.
Yeah, it's always interesting, like, to see what gets valued.
Yeah.
In different like video games in general. Like, I think about this. We were talking a little bit about gotchas. And I guess maybe I'll try Birdie. But one thing that's really interesting about gotchas is like very similar to what's interesting about Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. In
that like Magic the Gathering has this limitation for a similar reason, but like back in the day when they printed a card, that card just existed from then on. And like they have like formats and stuff like that, which they need to badly to balance how that game works. But it's like, oh, we cannot patch this game.
Right.
And gotchas often have a similar problem because
the players own that thing, right?
Right. It's like if somebody, well, I would put it in way more blunt terms. If somebody like spends $1,000 whaling at the wife casino, and then you nerf their character, they're like, oh, they do a little bit too much damage.
Yeah.
Like, that's like not a thing that you want to do.
Right.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Street Fighter is harder to talk and play during.
Yep.
I think.
I mean, it also helps that I probably have like 8,000 more hours playing Blanca than you do playing any character in Street Fighter, so you know.
All right, that's really fair.
Can you and I be friends? That's what Blanca said.
Blanca was my favorite character when I was like a little tiny kid and I saw the Street Fighter arcade cabinet.
Come on, like I picked him first because I saw him bite people's heads. Yeah, he's cool as fuck.
Yeah, he looks awesome. Okay, I'm glad that Irene's backing me up because he's like, oh my god, he's like green and he's like electrical and he's like he's a little goofy. He's like scary, but he's kind of like not
he's
really
just looking for his mom. Jimmy.
He's the sweetie.
By the way, chat, if someone can do me a favor and look up the input for Blanca's the super where he makes the fruit come down, I'd appreciate it.
Fruit super. Oh, I did a combo. Anyways, but yeah, so like gachas have this similar balancing issue. So what do they have to do to balance it? Is like what you've kind of like already set as being strong, you kind of have to like work with.
Right.
So people like complain often about like quote unquote power creep, which is sort of a thing, but it's also kind of like a balancing thing because you know what's really easy to do as a game designer? It's to make a number bigger than another number.
Right. Yeah.
And you can balance things by just making the numbers bigger. And so like a thing that I noticed very consistently in gacha games. This is a gacha game tip. It doesn't matter which game. A character that has like really high damage DPS character will always lose their value.
Because damage will eventually go up, right?
Damage will eventually go up. Like, and they want you to like wail for new characters. So they're always gonna like they can always make the damage number go up. But usually the characters that are actually like very broken and like meta defining in a gacha are the same that are like in a game like Magic, where it's like, okay, this card like does some damage, but it's not actually that. It's like what enables you to do damage.
Right.
So like support characters or like support whatever, like something that increases the damage of another character is usually way more likely to be broken and meta defining.
Sure. Yeah.
Not get power creep.
Yeah,
because if they make a bigger multiplier, that is way more dangerous than an additive increase.
Well, we missed it. I was trying to do the super where he summons a bunch of fruit, but unfortunately, I couldn't fucking do it on the hitbox. It's a hard input, so you are spared for now.
Damn.
Yeah, that makes sense though, right? And like to a certain extent, you see the same thing in MOBAs, right? Where like the abilities that a character has are considered iconic, so you never want to change an ability if you can help it, right? But depending on the way the ability is designed, you may not always have the tools you need, like the levers, to make sure it's in the right like power zone, right?
Right.
And so you end up with characters who's like, no matter what kind of like, basically when you just change the numbers, that character is either going to be super broken or complete garbage, and it has to do with basically because there's no like your ability to tune them is so limited that it's kind of a 1 or a 0, right?
Right. But then you have like stuff where it's like an inherent property of the ability is like fundamentally useful, and it's not just like a number or something like that. Yeah. Like that tends to be stuff that's like very like good. Ooh.
Oh no! That would have worked in CVS. Give me my claw back. Ah, there we go. Oh.
This is almost like the counter hit thing is very much like Koihime. I think that I'm the only person who's like, wow, this game is like Koihime. However, I've played more of Koihime than this game.
One of these days we'll play Koihime together.
Oh my god, that would be great. I'm sure the netcode is absolute garbage. But maybe we could try it on a VPN or something.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. It might not be that bad. Like, we'll see. There is a reasonably large scene for it in NorCal, just because Brett rides for it super hard. Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
EC Dojo telling us, sorry, real quick, breaking news. The new Strive online beta is on the 19th to the 21st, 18th for those that pre-order. Is that February or is that March?
Yeah, what month, please? What year?
Feb? Okay, thank you. That's awesome.
Whoa, it's February. Holy shit.
Is that a weekend, perchance? Am I taking time off for this shit?
I know that I love that Arxis is like really trying to. Why did that go on forever?
PlayStation only Thursday through Sunday. All right, thank you. Well, I pre-ordered, so at the very least you can message mine. So I wonder if they're probably not gonna have much local play available. Nice.
It would be kind of nice if, like, well, I've been thinking about it. I'm sure I'm far from the only person who said this, but it's like, I love that they're moving closer to like doing things that like most other competitive games do.
Yeah. But
it's still kind of wild to me that they're like, cool. One, that they're still treating it like an online location test.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh cool, one weekend, like 6 months before the game releases, and then 2 months before the game releases, rather than like
have a beta phase where the game is just live, right? Like if you're releasing,
like that, it's like
if
like
you're doing
a Valorant or
if you're doing a mobile game right now, it's like what do you want to do if you want to like test the game? You release it in Australia or Vietnam or something, right?
I have a person close to me whose name and the company he is working for I will not disclose.
Yeah.
However, he was doing some work for a very high profile one. Oh my god, I baited that DP! Sorry. Footsies!
Oh fuck. Ah, nice. Hey, what up, Starsky? Oh wow, okay, so the beta's gonna have versus, tutorial training, and network with rollback. That's what's up. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's gonna have training mode. Holy shit.
Yup.
Wait, how many characters? Is it gonna be everyone except for the one that they haven't talked about yet?
That's a good ass question.
I would really like to know that.
Everyone but Anji and the last character. Okay.
Okay.
Time to see if Chip is actually garbage. Wow.
Yeah, I want to try out I am very curious about Ram.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, shit.
Oh. Oh my god. So you're saying you had a friend who's working at was working on a high profile?
Yeah. Working on just working for a company.
Yeah.
And
as one does.
It was that exact same thing. It was the thing I had not heard of that before, but it makes total sense to me. That you just release that people are constantly releasing apps. This company even goes as far as to create a fake company to release these games under.
Yep.
Which I'm sure is probably fairly common.
Especially look, let me just tell you, the stuff that you have to do to release a game these days, especially if you're trying to get at China, is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
But the business of making games internationally is fascinating. It is nothing. It has nothing to do with developing the game itself, but it ends up having all kinds of knock-on effects for the people who are trying to develop the game itself.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, localization. As one of the people who works with words,
Yeah.
localization like gives me a panic attack just to think about. Like, there's just so much that like goes into everything. That like every single aspect of like what you do as somebody who writes is deeply affected by localization.
Right. Yeah.
And I like, in fact, to the point where I was actually like doing some work, and this handy tutorial I was following. Oh my god. Like mentioned localization specifically, and having text that will localize, like.
Oh, nice.
Oh. God, it is really true though. It's like there's no moments where we're like somebody's doing a combo or we're getting hit or we're in pressure or something like that. It's just every exchange.
Yeah, the
So much
turns
art.
are shorter in this game, and so you don't really have as much time to talk.
Yeah.
Freon, the license plate hat is amazing. It is my favorite part of her Exert design. Who drives a licensed haircut?
Yeah, actually, I liked Milia's. I think I liked her Xrd outfit better than her Strive one. It's just a little bit more like Xrd is very detailed, and I kind of liked the simpler silhouette of Milia's design. I think I like Kai's and Soul's designs a lot better in Strive than I do in Xrd though.
Kai looks too much like. I think the outfits are just a little. Their outfits in particular are just a little bit too like, I don't know, wearable.
Oh, I love that. That's what I like things that I kind of like the real world fashion a little bit more. Like,
Sure.
I'm into that as like a style.
I don't like.
I think
I just don't want Guilty Gear characters wearing outfits that I can pick up with like, you know, like if I cosplay as Kai, am I just gonna like, fucking
Really like chinos and a polo.
right? Like am I gonna be able to pull that off at like a Uniqlo in a year or two? You know, like.
I mean, he looks like a uniform model.
Oh my god, that was worthless.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I like thinking about realistic Guilty Gear costumes, but I like thinking of that as the alternate version, right? Not the like this is the version that I'm playing.
yeah, I feel like for Kai and Soul maybe specifically, that like Kai's kind of like big shapeless jacket is like he's got a very defining pose in my opinion.
Yeah.
But his actual design is not very like not as kind of like seeable to me. And I think it is interesting that some of the other characters haven't changed as much.
Right.
And some of that, like, it's funny that those are the two that have like much more normal looking outfits. Whereas like a lot of characters, like the new characters, well, there's only the two really, like fully new characters. But they didn't really kind of like change too much of the other stuff. But they did change that.
Sure. I mean, I guess the for the most part, excepting like Faust, the designs are not super radically changed. Like they're still recognizable.
Yeah, totally.
But it's like Chip went from being like kind of biker like biker ninja in more equal proportions to like mostly just ninja, right?
Yeah, he's got he's got his big ninja rope.
He's got the rope belt, he's got big ninja arms somehow. Got ninja
Yeah,
armor.
he's got kind of like a, you know, it's interesting. It feels actually a little bit kind of like the character redesigns of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like people actually have a kind of like a little bit more cartoonish proportions.
Yeah. Also, you want to call this the last one? I'm about ready to wrap up the stream.
All right, let's do it. I guess I'll. Oh.
Battle of the Blondies. Come on!
Beautiful Oja Samana laugh. You have to hand it to her. You simply must accept, Darren.
Oh.
Damn, what does Cam even do? Oh my god.
Kicks.
Jeez. I love this guy.
Oh.
Did I have a dive kick?
I don't know if she has that in this game. If she did, I think it'd be core circle back kick in the air. Apparently, Cammy says shit when she whiffs the throw. So if you want to whiff throw,
Oh yeah.
oh, this is gonna whiff because it sucks. What the fuck? Ow. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. I just wanted my Rekkas. Let me hit my Rekkas. Nope. Oh, nice punish. Oh. Oh. Oh, nice.
Ah.
Oh. No, I wanted to throw.
Oh my god.
All right. Good stuff,
All right,
baby.
revenge for Alpha 2.
That's right.
GG.
So I'm curious before we sign off for the evening. Oh, she retrieved her fighting data successfully. What'd you think? Because like I played these games enough that there's nothing. Yeah, they're kind of like, you know, I've seen these before, but as someone who hasn't spent that much time with these games, like, what'd you think?
Huh. Yeah. Good question. It's sometimes hard, like, I kind of like V felt like, or 3 felt like very fast. It felt even faster somehow, and I'm not really sure what was really making the difference.
Yeah.
Not in a way that I disliked. Or anything. Like, maybe it was like the presentation. Like the presentation of 3 kind of blows 2 out of the water.
Yeah.
And yet 2, like, 2 is like very reserved. It was kind of like it was a little cozier. Like the backgrounds kind of had a little bit more room to breathe. I think. Um, like, yeah, it kind of actually felt like a little bit more calmed down.
Yeah.
But it also like made me think about like the transition to anime as like both an aesthetic and a gameplay
Yeah.
transition.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't really think of them as separate. Like not really.
Yeah, it's like the increased complexity of the systems in 3 mean that you're able to do more shit, and so the fight fantasy feels different, right? And it kind of matches the aesthetic in a way that like Alpha 2 kind of didn't as much, you know?
Right, and there's more stuff to do. There's more ways to kind of like you can play your character in these very different ways. The counter hits like they make really like there's a lot of hit, a huge amount of hit stop, a big notification like that was a really striking change. And then I can see that it led to this like really wacky infinites and the like, but I can kind of like there's a lot of ways in which you can kind of see like combo heavy games kind of like come out of very buggy games where combos were not meant to be quite that wild.
Yeah, I mean, certainly if you compare the combos of like Super Turbo to Alpha series, Alpha 2, but especially Alpha 3, it's like Super Turbo has some combos in it, and like fuck, if you watch combo videos for that game, you can see some real wild shit. But in terms of the action that you see, even at like high level play, there's not that much, right? Alpha is where this shit starts getting a lot more nutty, right? And it's not even like supers; it's stuff like variable combos and custom combos and air juggles and all that shit.
Yeah, definitely. Like I kind of I liked that. Like it was fun to play 2 as this kind of like reserved sort of game. It's like maybe one of the most reserved games we played.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, we are playing some footsies. And then it was kind of nice, and then it was kind of like back to usual with Street Fighter 3, where it was like we got footsies, but also we could like select a character and a groove, and suddenly everything goes out the window.
Yeah. Even it's stuff like having guard crush. Like we didn't get into many guard crush situations, but just knowing, oh, blocking is bad in this game, right? Like just blocking means I'm losing. And it's not cashed out necessarily in terms of frame advantage or chip damage or you know, like setting up mix-ups or anything, but it just means, hey, you can't block for that long, you know?
Right. And it was set up like SNK a little bit, but it was even more aggressive. And the fact that the guard crush meter was so aggressive in this game, like I knew every time I was about to get guard crushed, I was like, oh shit, like I could see it flashing. It's telling me this is bad.
Yeah.
And on that note, actually, it's like really interesting to see how similar this is to the SNK games we were playing. It just kind of arrives there slightly differently.
Yeah.
Like being able to block in air actually has similar effects to the hops. Like you were able to be like, it's a very different sort of aerial like movement and aggression, but it's very much there.
Yeah. It has a similar effect on like the neutral, right? How footsies work, because now jumping is not as strong, but without the visual of two characters hopping around all over the place, right? It like destabilizes the neutral, but it doesn't change it nearly as much as KOF's does. But like mentally it means that you don't have to treat every jump as like a huge risk anymore, you know?
Right. And you can kind of do them like in Street Fighter Alpha, it was like this kind of like slow. It's like it's almost more like that, like rolling forward. It's like here I'm doing this like short burst of movement. It's like you're pushing me back, but I'm getting closer. Whereas in KOF, the hops were really like weaved through something and you were either getting counter hit out of the hop or you were like landing and doing some damage.
Yeah.
The kind of like in KO or you were like hopping backwards yourself. So it was either like there was a lot of like KOF, you were like either like moving in sync or responding with something pretty immediately. Very, very different than Street Fighter, which kind of like keeps in its own way, like keeps that kind of like the Street Fighter kind of like slow advance towards each other.
Yeah. Cool. Well, next week we got Vampire Savior on deck, and then after that you want to play Third Strike and then Marvel.